You all fine, and I'm also fine by the grace of Allah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Friends, today my class is about some and any. Friends, nan zamung class says some and any. That what's the meaning of some and any? What are the uses of some and any? What are the definition of some and any? Mung banan dawa yu some and any definition si sharia or the mung sara uses si sharia or the example mung sara si sharia. Friends, as you know that some and any both are quantity adjectives of quantities. Adjective of quantity. Some and any are adjectives of quantity or quantitative adjective. Some or any quantitative of adjectives of quantity ya quantitative adjectives. And some is used in positive sentences. Some is used in positive sentences. Some is used in positive sentences. Some munga positive sentence ki munga istimal. Mean that some we use in positive sentences and some is adjective of quantity mean mungsa da miqdar show ka mean adject da mungsa the quantity quantitative adjective da mungsa aw da mungsa chile da munga istimal some munga positive sentences ki istimal. And some is used, the definition of some is that some is used in plural countable noun, plural countable noun or non-countable noun. Some we use some in plural countable noun or non-countable noun. Some munga countable noun ke इस्तेमाल हो, plural countable noun के इस्तेमाल हो और non-countable noun के munga इस्तेमाल हो. Push it. And next that we have the structure and some that first we should use in a sentence. We should use first. The structure of some is that first we should use some plus countable noun or non-countable noun. The mungsa structure is some chipila munga some istimalo bia munga si countable noun, plural countable noun or plural non-countable noun. Let me give an example. The example is that I need some sugar. I need some sugar. So here this sugar is what? This is plural non-countable noun. That actually plural non-countable day because we cannot count the sugar. Munga sugar shmarul mean we cannot count the sugar. And I need some sugar. So here we use some. I say that first we should use some plus countable noun or non-countable noun. दूसरा मुंगसरा चले फिर मुंगा सम इस्तेमाल कर दे और बिया मुंगा non-countable noun मुंगसे इस्तेमाल that we cannot count that. Let me give another example that she has some pens. So here we use that she has some pens. So here we use some plus countable noun. Damuksara chile plural countable noun de. Or damuksara plural non-countable noun de. Or damuksara plural countable noun de. According to a structure, this example mean that she has some pens. Mean that first we should use some according to a structure and plus countable noun or uncountable noun. So this is plural countable nouns. So this was the sum. Let me give you that what's any. What's any? So do you understand about some? Let me describe any. That what's any? Any is also adjective of quantity. Any mungsara some and any both are adjective of quantity. Any or some mung dwara mungsara adjective of quantity ya quantitative adjective di. And we use some in positive sentences and whenever you want to use any is used in negative sentences. We use any in negative sentences and questions. Any munga negative sentence ke istemalo or question ki munga istemalo. And we use some and only in positive sentences. Some munga sirf positive sentence ki istemalo and any munga sirf negative sentence ya question ki munga istemalo. And any is also used with plural countable noun or non-countable noun. Both are the same. That some and any both are the same, both are the definition of some and any both are the same, just only meaning is also same, just only the structure is changed, that we should use any in negative sentences and some in positive sentences. Any of some mungs same meaning work, same adjectives of quantity, and just only the difference is that some we use in positive sentences and any we use in negative sentences. And we use any with plural countable noun or non-countable noun, like the same is some, that we use some plural countable noun and non-countable noun, like this munga negative munga da any negative ke istemal ho or plural countable noun se istemal ho ya non-countable noun se istemal ho. And what's the structure? The structure is that first we should use any plus countable noun or non-countable noun. Da munga the any structure de chipira munga any istimalo plus munga countable noun or non-countable noun munga istimalo. The same is like some, just only we add any and we use any instead of some, and some we use some and instead of any. Munga per definition ki sirf structure ki munga sirf the words change ki children munga any istimalo plus countable noun or non-countable noun, plural countable noun or non-countable noun. Or for some kyo munga some is plus plural countable noun or non-countable noun, mean we should use plural countable noun or non-countable noun. Let me give an example that do we have any students? So here I use the question mark because it's a sentence. We use auxiliary at the first. So we can say that do we have any students? This is a question because we use question mark at the end and we use auxiliary at the first. So I said that we use any and negative sentences and questions. So this is the question one. This is the question sentence, that do we have any students? So this is according to a structure that first we should use any plus plural countable noun or non-countable noun. So students is plural countable noun because that we can count the student. We can count the student, but we can't count the sugar, which I have given you example about the sum. So let me give another example that he doesn't have any pens. So here he doesn't have any pens. This is the negative because we use not in this sentence. Whenever a sentence is having not in a sentence, so it means that is negative sentences. And I said that any we use and negative sentences and questions. So this was the question example, and this is the negative example that we use does not in a sentence. So it means that whenever we use not, so it means that it's a negative sentences. Munga pa sentence ki not istimal ko the meaning da shu chilamung negative de mat after hum will chi negative ke munga system any. And according to a structure, first we should use any plus plural countable noun or non-countable noun. So this is the plural countable noun because we can count the pins. Munga pins marlo sho dewa china munga plural, it's called plural countable noun. Or plural countable noun na mokke samajh any, because this is the structure of any. Let me repeat it. Some and any are adjectives of quantity or quantitative adjectives. Some or any hamungsra adjectives of quantity, yamusra quantitative of adjective. The musra dwara adjective of quantity, both are the same and the meaning is also the same. And we use some in positive sentences and we use in negative sentences or question. Only difference is that we use positive some in positive and any and negative or questions. Munga some for positive sentence ki istimalo or any munga for negative sentence ki ya for questions ki munga istimalo. And the sum structure is that first we should use some plus plural countable noun plus non-countable noun. The sum structure munga sile chipela munga sum istimalo plus plural countable noun or non-countable noun. And the any structure munga sile chipela munga any istimalo, first we should use any plus plural countable noun or non-countable noun. And these were the example which I have given you, like there do we have any students. So here this is the question and I say that we use any and questions. Any question so that's why I made the questions example, that because we use auxiliary at first and we use question mark at the end. Whenever a sentence is having at first auxiliary and end question mark, so it means that it's a question. And the students is plural countable noun because we can count the students. So this was our topic. Inshallah, see you next time. Thank you so much.